So The Play That Goes Wrong is a show all about the Conley Drama Society trying to put on an old murder mystery, but it goes wrong in every single possible way you can think of. And it started at the Old Red Lion Theatre about 12 years ago, which is a little kind of 50-seater theatre, and today it's celebrating 10 years in the West End in the Duchess Theatre.
It's really, really surreal. I can't believe that it's been 10 years. It's that weird thing of, it feels like it's been no time at all, but also it feels like it has been, forever. But it's just extraordinary that, every night, apart from COVID, I suppose, but every night, for 10 years, this room's been, full with people laughing. It's really, really extraordinary. And no, I'm just incredibly grateful to sort of, to have had the experience of the show, and really excited for the next chapter, and hope it has a long life still.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
So Henry and myself all lived together in a little flat in Gunnersbury, and we were doing different jobs, and we wanted to find something that we could write for the Mischief team. We were, at the time, we were an improv group, and we really wanted to find something that would mean we'd have kind of work and something to do during the week, to be honest. So we wrote this one-act show all about a play that goes wrong.
I think the thing to know about when this play goes wrong is that, weirdly, it goes right. So if a door needs to fall off and it doesn't, the audience don't notice, but it means that the next bit of action can't happen. So it's kind of a nightmare for the people performing it if it does really go wrong in real life, but the audience will never really know. But there's a great goes wrong one when you detached from a chaise longue that you were supposed to be handcuffed to.
Yeah, so there's a moment where my character at the end is arrested and tied with handcuffed to the chaise longue. And then the joke is I'm then attached to the chaise longue and I have to kind of move around with it attached to me. And really early on in the run, I went to lift it and hoist it onto my back, and the handcuffs just disintegrated and fell apart. They did. They broke away with my brute strength and force.
They became absolutely dust. Yeah.
And rather than, probably the sensible thing to do would be say, well, I need to have this chaise attached to me for all the action to work. I'll just hold it and we'll just move on. I just freaked out, panicked, and ran off stage, leaving Nance Nance had a moment of problem solving. I remember you picked it up, threw it off.
Well, I pretended to be so angry, I kind of went Hulk mode and pretended to be...
Was it pretend anger?
No, it was. I felt confused by your exit in the fact that you didn't want to help us, but
anger. We've all been there. We've all been so angry that we've... Yes, no, absolutely, acting anger, yeah. But you were so angry that you threw it out the room. We've all been so angry that we've thrown a sofa out of a room, that's what I mean.
I see.
There's all sorts of funny moments, crazy, silly things. There was the night of the raspberries.
Oh, this is the best story ever, I think.
So at the beginning of Act 2, there's a moment where the curtains open and no one's ready for Act 2, right? Everyone's still getting ready. There's ladders and everything. The curtains close and then they open again and everyone's ready to go. It's kind of the big shift kind of gag, everything's different visually. And we had an amazing understudy on our team who I haven't seen for a long time, but I send him my love if he's watching. And he would always do a different thing every night in the kind of melee of stuff that's going on. He would read a newspaper or he would be on his phone or whatever. And one night he came on stage, he had this enormous punnet of raspberries, and he was like, this is going to be great, guys. It was like his new thing for the night. He was like, I'll be eating raspberries when the curtain goes up. It's going to be hilarious. So I was like, okay, great, yeah, fab. And so he sat on the sofa and the curtain goes up and he's there with his raspberry, doing very funny, brilliant gag, fantastic. And then the curtain's closed and he immediately drops the raspberries everywhere.
And he got caught in the curtain, that's why. He got caught in the curtain.
Yeah, because in different touring venues, curtains slightly fall in different places, and so he dropped the thing, and then they were just everywhere. Literally, they rolled all over the floor, and there was no time to clear them up. So he was just like, "Oh no!"
But then the curtain goes up, and you could sense the audible confusion from the audience because you could hear them all being like, "Them raspberries, what are they?"
I didn't think
they were
seen
everywhere.
him with them.
But then, the rest of the show, there's a lot of physical stuff. People do lots of somersaults and different things, and everyone's costumes just slowly got covered in red, which kind of looked a bit bloody at times. It was just a mess.
Also, a lot of people in the cast hadn't seen the original setup to this, so there was lots of entrances throughout Act 2 of people coming in, seeing the raspberries. and just sort of carrying on with no raspberry context.
And I remember as well, like, I found it very funny when the curtain first went up and there was raspberries everywhere. So I laughed a little bit, got it back under control. But then every new person that would come on and rediscover the raspberries would set me off again. And I remember Dave came in, like, looked at me, looked down, looked up with his eyes, like, on fire. And then there's a little bit where all the focus goes to the top of the stage and, like, the lights go down on me and Dave and we sit down on the chaise longue. And I remember just Dave just very, very quietly whispering to me, "John, why is there fruit everywhere?" Yeah, that was very funny.